Good evening, my degenerate crypto friends. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. So are you sick of hearing about the Clarity Act yet? Have you had enough? Well, that's good because I'm going to talk about it some more. So let's start out here with Mr. Scott Bessent. He says the U.S. Treasury is removing all regulatory barriers for Bitcoin. Bitcoin jumped to 73,000. That was yesterday. Bitcoin has dropped down a little bit. We're down to 71,000. But that's okay because we had some nice pumping last couple of days. Next up, we got Mr. Eric Trump says, let me make this very clear. Big banks think JP Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, the same banks that screwed these fellas, are lobbying overtime to block Americans from getting higher yields on their savings while trying to block any rewards or perks from being given to customers. These banks and others pay rock bottom rates on standard savings, often 0.01% to 0.05% APY, even as the Fed pays 4% or more. This massive spread fuels record profits with almost none passed back to their customer, everyday depositors. And we're like forced to use the banks, right? Like we got to use the banks to make payments, and it's just like how the system works. So, Trump goes on to say, the banks are desperate, trying to stop stablecoins from giving yield. He's 100% right. It says next time you see a big bank dropping billions on a shiny new Midtown Manhattan headquarters, you know exactly where the money comes from, the non-existent interest rate they pay you. Fortunately, the big banks are losing this fight as customers wake up to the games. All right. The SEC isn't waiting for the Clarity Act. They're fed up also. The plan is to introduce a token taxonomy that classifies crypto assets under existing security laws. So if they don't pass the Clarity Act, the SEC will still be able to regulate. This would allow firms to register, comply, and operate with clearer rules. Obviously, the Clarity Act would be better, but this moves things forward. So yeah, like the Senate is just... The Clarity Act passed the House with nearly 300 votes. Trillions in institutional capital are waiting on the sidelines for regulatory clarity, and every day the Senate stalls is another day America risks losing its lead in crypto to other countries. So, the soap opera continues. We're never going to get this bill passed. But not everybody thinks it's necessary. Rand Newell interviewed Arthur Hayes. He asked him, how important do you think the Clarity Act is? And I watched the interview, and he said that it wasn't important at all. He really didn't give a crap. And that crypto was just fine before the Clarity Act and all this stuff. We had big mega pumps, people getting rich, lots of money coming into crypto before the institutions, before the big banks, before the big investors. So it's really not that important. I don't know if it's important or not. I think it would be good, the more people buy, the more our crypto is going to be worth. So I think that's a good thing. Crypto Wendy O says, Bitwise XRP ETF is the largest XRP ETF in America. So far this week, it recorded 10 million inflows. It's not only retail's favorite crypto outside of Bitcoin, but the demand is there. Is it crypto? Is it everyone's favorite coin after Bitcoin? Ooh, I don't know. I would say it could be Ethereum. It could be Solana. It's true that XRP has a very high market cap, even though it doesn't have much use case anymore. People love XRP army. Okay, so this is cool. Hey, Grok, which of these assets stands to benefit the most once the Clarity Act passes? So we got like a little graph here. And let's see, ETF applications. These are cryptos that have ETF applications, or they have ETFs. It doesn't specify. So Dogecoin, Bonk, which is meme, of course, Litecoin, HBAR, Trump meme, Melania meme has an ETF application. This is crazy. Sol, XRP, Cardano, AVAX, and BTC. Yeah, Sol, ETH, BTC, Bitcoin, Link, XRP, Cardano, and AVAX all have ETFs. I think Cardano is like requested, but it's not actually there. AVAX has one, I think. Sol has several. Sol and XRP are kind of equal in terms of number of ETFs and inflows, people buying. So they're very kind of on the same wavelength, because you have BTC, ETH, and then SOL and XRP kind of on the same wavelength. And then AVAX only has one. So, and then other cryptos that are made in the USA, we got Filecoin, Sui, Aptos, Near, Move. Then we've got Optimus, Algorand, Zcash, Ondo. Well, and then there's more, but those are kind of the big ones. If you have 80 to 100% of your net worth in crypto, you're simply a retard who's going to make it big. This is from someone named Bully. From the House of Crypto, beautiful crypto rising, but extreme fear remains and funding rates remain negative. This shows the rally is just getting started and can run without significant pullbacks for a while yet. With everyone caught on the wrong side of the trade, business cycle rising, liquidity rising, Clarity Act coming, and many believe the calendar will let them buy lower in October. Yeah, this is total nonsense, guys. You should be in all, I mean, not financial advice, you should be all in. All in, 100%. Like, this is going to go crazy. This might start slow, but at some point it's going to go crazy, and we're going to all look back and we go, oh, yeah, it was obvious. Look at all the things that were happening, and look how cheap it was. Hindsight. So this dude, 𝗃𝗶𝗁𝗏, says meme coins are not dying. They're eating everything else. This is the best market we've had in 18 months, and half the timeline is still on the sidelines. I think this dude is always buying meme coins. He's probably sitting on pump.fun and buying every meme coin that pops up that looks interesting. I mean, that's what pump.fun is. They just go up, people buy it, they sell it, they try to, it's just a casino, a meme coin casino. I'm guessing that's what he's doing. People are still playing with pump.fun. Okay, so according to Simon Dedick, the best investors are quadrupling and quintupling down on crypto, while lower tier investors are giving up 100%. Billions in high conviction long-term capital are flowing in, while extractive short-term capital is leaving. That tells you a lot about where we are in the current market cycle and where we're headed. Yeah, man, stack. I'm just stacking. I was talking about it with my wife today, and I'm like, you know, maybe when things go up, maybe we'll sell a little bit, but I might just hold like multi-year. Like the coins I have now, I might just hold them for longer, because I think they're gonna do well in the long run. 𝗃𝗶𝗁𝗏 says, how do you lose money in a bull market? Let me tell you how. You lose money by chasing pumps. That's correct, sir. Every day something new is pumping, and you feel frustrated with the small gains and what you're holding. It's 100% true. So you sell it and jump on to the next big thing. But what happens? You buy the top, it drops, and you're stuck. Then you spot something else pumping, and you chase that over and over again. It's death by 1,000 trades. The best move, pick a few core positions you believe in and hold them. They won't pump every day, but their time will come. Set aside a small percentage for riskier plays if you want, but stay patient. That's 100% true. This is very good advice. Very good advice, because you chase pumps, you're going to sell the thing you have, and then that's going to pump later. And you'll be like, I went after one that already went up. The one I had didn't pump. I mean, it pumped after I sold it. This happened with BNB. I had BNB, and I thought it was a great long-term project to hold. And I sold it because everything else was pumping up, and then later BNB went crazy, and I was like, whoa, that was dumb, and now I don't have it, and I'm priced out. It's still too expensive. I don't want to get in. So yeah, I mean, this is just really great advice, but crypto is crazy. So what you could do is have just hold most of your stuff, right? Like, don't chase pumps. But sometimes the pumps go up a lot, they trace back a little bit, and then they go much higher. So you can't have coins. You can get into coins that have pumped that will go higher, but you want to wait for a big, retrace. And also, don't sell your other coins. Hold your other coins. If you want to try gambling on these coins that have pumped, then you should put new money in. Don't mess with what you got. Lark Davis says, with Bitcoin reclaiming 70,000, crypto Twitter is split into two gangs. Though we're going to 100,000 crowd, and it's a bull trap. I told you so. I know, entertaining as always. Here's the thing, nobody knows who's right until it's already happened. What we do know is what history keeps proving over and over. The people who treated every dip as a discount kept their heads down and kept stacking, and they won every single cycle. Stacking sats was never meant to be a smooth ride. Panic, euphoria, crashes, recoveries, and approximately 1,000 people telling you to sell at every stage. None of this noise matters if you generally believe that Bitcoin becomes money one day. Because if that belief holds, it won't matter if you'd bought at 60,000 or 100,000. It only matters that you bought. Yeah, I mean, if you're holding Bitcoin and you're just buying Bitcoin, then yeah, 100% you can just keep stacking. At some point, it's going to reach its top, more or less. So, I mean, I don't know how much longer the growth is going to go on without a lot of inflation. But if you hold altcoins, you could hold the wrong altcoin, so you don't want to keep stacking. There are some altcoins that are at the top, and I think they're going to stay there, and they're getting adoption, So maybe if you're stacking Ethereum, you're stacking Sol, you're stacking Link. Those are probably going to be a while for. They're going to be a long time. They're going to be a while for a long time. They're going to be a while. They're going to be around for a long time. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, you want to stack. You want to stack just the good stuff. And the other stuff, you want to trade it short term, like buy it, hold it during the bull run, and then sell it. Satoshi Flipper says, imagine being brainwashed by bears and 4-year cyclers into waiting for 40,000. 80,000 is next. Oh, yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I see it going back down to 50,000. Like, why? Like, what? Unless there was some kind of a catastrophe. I mean, everything is just so bullish. So bullish right now. And all crypto is so cheap. Serious question. Are many people still actively trading meme coins? This is by Muse, and 47% said yes, still trading, and then 52% say no, meme coins are dead. So yeah, I think these people are just on pump.fun going crazy. They're not buying like the big meme coins, they're just buying the little ones. And then let's wrap it up with a question. Have you ever actually made a 10x or 20x from crypto? I have made a 10x. Wait, I'm thinking about this. I made a 20x on shoot, I don't even remember what it's called anymore. It was like some gaming coin that was real popular before. I don't know if no. Yeah, it was, but I only put like 100 in it, so I had 2,000, and then I didn't sell it, and so it went back down. And then on Sol, I had let's see, my average price was like around 20 something, went up to 3,000. So how many X's is that? That's a lot of X's. I mean, I had like a 20X on Sol. So that's a big one. Sol's a big one. I had 20X on Sol. So yeah, I mean, I've never had like a 50X or 100X. Heck no. That would be amazing. That happens usually with meme coins, if you're lucky, or utility coins if you're very lucky. You buy a utility coin when it's cheap. But I mean, there's so many. You have no idea which ones are gonna make it, which ones are gonna get big. You probably sell it before it gets too big because you're way up and you want to cash out. So yep, that's it. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your life. Be happy. Be happy, man. We are fortunate to be alive and healthy. So be happy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.